Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Shimmy Harford here with your weekly update for the first week of April. This past winter, the entire world watched the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Before the loud cheers of the Olympic Games have fully faded, a spring breeze of peace is flowing through the Korean peninsula. Following the cooperation of North Korea with South Korea, a path to communication between North Korea and America opened. For the first time in 13 years, South Korean artists participated in the Pyongyang concert, creating an atmosphere of peace. This week, we have a special feature on True Parents meeting with the last General Secretary of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev. We hope you can inherit True Parents' heart of love as they embraced with true love their enemy who even had threatened their lives. The spread of communist thought was rampant in 1985. Yet True Parents proclaimed the end of communism, built an ideological frontline through the international victory over communism movement, and set out on a providence for the sake of America and the world. True Parents went on this treacherous path and put their lives on the line. The great level of danger became clear when U.S. intelligence agencies let them know Soviet KGB and North Korean plans to assassinate them. True Parents taught us to embrace with true love and forgive even enemies who threaten our lives. After the Washington Monument rally, they announced the Moscow rally. Leftist influence increased until April 8, 1990, when they finally headed to Moscow, the heart of the communist realm. The Little Angels came as promoters of peace. Their performances continued for 4 days, creating a harmonious atmosphere. In alignment with True Parents' wisdom, prepared righteous people stepped forward. 600 journalists, politicians, and scholars from 65 countries participated in the 11th World Media Conference, which Russia's Novosti press agency co-hosted. Concurrently, nearly 40 former presidents or prime ministers attended the 3rd Summit Council for World Peace and the 9th Association for the Unity of Latin America in Moscow. On a historic stage, True Father gave a message of blessing which would open the Iron Curtain.
You are undertaking a new Soviet revolution, but this should be a revolution without blood and bullets. A revolution of heart and soul. I have been speaking about the importance of the family, but I want to tell you that in the depths of my heart, I feel that the Soviet people are part of my family.
The Moscow World Rally was a success, and on April 11th, True Parents attended a meeting with then-President Gorbachev. The meeting of the pioneer of the victory over communism movement and the head of the communist bloc in itself was a great development.
I
must have forgotten about it during the times of perestroika.
True Parents actively supported President Gorbachev's work of reform and open-door policies through perestroika and glasnost, and prayed Gorbachev would become a peace-leading president who would end the Cold War. In addition, True Parents noted points in communist ideology that deny God and discussed religious freedom. True Parents also received Gorbachev's word on diplomatic and economic cooperation between Korea and the Soviet Union. In September, 5 months after meeting True Parents, Gorbachev signed a formal agreement during the Korean-Soviet summit, and the following year disbanded the Soviet Union, beginning Europe's post-communist era. Afterward, the providence began to develop at a fast pace. In December 1991, True Parents met Kim Il-sung and laid the groundwork for reunification of the Koreas. They discussed nuclear inspection problems, a North Korean-South Korean summit, the development of Mount Kumgang, and others. Afterwards, Gorbachev visited True Parents at their then official residence in Hannam-dong. The smiles of true parents who resolved the 20th century human tragedy and opened a new era were bright. True parents had gone to a scene of division and confrontation and proclaimed the message of true life. They embraced with true love enemies whose followers had threatened their lives. True Parents' Providence, conducted with strength and courage, has brought the winds of unification to the Korean peninsula and is creating a new chapter of history heading toward world peace. True parents have truly lived difficult yet amazing lives in their work to realize Heavenly Parents' dream. Let us take a look at a few activities that members around the world have conducted as they do their best to follow in True Parents' footsteps. Special itinerant missionary Cho Man-ong and his wife completed their heavenly tribal mission of blessing 430 couples. Mr. Cho returned to their hometown, Chungnam-buyo, and organized a Harmony and Unity March Forward rally, Divine Principle workshops, True Family and Action activities, and others. Then they went on a lecture tour of all towns, boroughs, and neighborhoods with their spiritual children and completed blessing 430 couples. During this recent blessing, the 240 new members and spiritual children expressed their gratitude for the blessing and their hope to participate actively in the global blessing movement. In Austria, FFWPU and the Celestial Church of Christ co-hosted a joint family festival and blessing ceremony. Austrian members and those in the Celestial Church of Christ have developed this relationship over more than 20 years. Based on the trust built during that time, members of the Celestial Church of Christ participated in the festival. Having learned about the three great blessings, they wish to build true model families centered on God. In Zimbabwe, some 60 bishops from the Apostolic Christian Council, all reborn through the blessing, attended a workshop to prepare for blessing mobilization, beginning with 120 churches. In the 3-day workshop, Archbishop Ndanga gave lectures, led Hindoke, and shared testimonies about True Parents. With a deeper understanding of True Parents' Chonalguk Providence and Heavenly Tribal Messiah Providence, the bishops plan to focus on teaching and holding blessings in 120 churches. In Nepal, FFWPU continues to hold 5-day transformative workshops to bring in new members. Many couples who have received the Heavenly Tribal Messiah blessing are encouraging their children, friends, and relatives to participate in them. In the transformative workshop in March, 101 youth or university students attended, and 52 of them went on to take part in the 148th 21-day workshop. In Heavenly Japan Sub-Region 1, the North Tokyo District held a True Parents Autobiography Sosa rally. Welcoming around 3,000 new witnessing contacts or members. During the event, exhibition panels and booths depicted missionary work in 14 nations, and young and old were able to enjoy the entertainment. Those who attended the Sosa rally appeared to unite artistically through the graceful event. Based on the foundation of the victory of the Africa Summit in Senegal, UPF Cameroon inaugurated IAPP in cooperation with the Cameroonian Parliament. The inauguration took place in Parliament's main meeting hall. Around 150 people attended, including the Vice President of the Parliament, 57 parliamentarians, government ministers, and others. The theme of the inauguration was Parliamentary Action Day for Peace and Conflict Resolution. Major media outlets reported the events of the day, thereby attracting public interest on a national level. Following True Parents' directions to find righteous people to lead the Chonalguk Providence, UPF and FFWPU in DR Congo organized an International Association of Chiefs for Peace and Prosperity seminar. Centered on His Majesty Mufumu Difima, a traditional leader, around 80 other traditional leaders participated in the IACPP seminar, at which they discussed economic development based on coexistence, mutual prosperity, and universal values, and expressed their heartfelt wish to attend True Parents in DR Congo. In Zambia, a nation with a great love for soccer, FFWPU and UPF organized the Peace Cup soccer tournament. Preliminaries for the tournament began 6 months ago in some areas to finally bring together 24 teams. Each game attracted hundreds of supporters, including local leaders and citizens. During the finals, members of the parliament, councillors, traditional leaders, and other public figures attended. Before each Peace Cup tournament, interreligious peace festivals and blessings took place, introducing True Parents' vision for peace. Through this, nearly 90 couples in 6 constituencies received the blessing. On the 6th floor of the Chongpadong Family Federation building, UPF Heavenly Korea's Ambassadors for Peace Association held a Hyojung Forum for around 100 people in their new offices. President of the Ambassador for Peace Association, Yoon Jong-ro's lecture enlightened the Ambassadors for Peace on the meaning and significance of Hyojung. The Ambassadors for Peace also discussed the direction of their activities for the year. In Heavenly Korea, UPF and the Citizens Federation for the Unification of North Korea and South Korea held a joint meeting to discuss the direction to go in over the 6th year of Chanulguk. The leaders pledged to bring victories to the upcoming DMZ Peace Road at Injingak and the Ambassador for Peace Hyojung Blessing Seminar, and to fill the Korean Peninsula with the light of Hyojung. WFWP Russia and Poland held the second Russia and Poland Bridge of Peace Culture Festival. Russia's Angels of Peace performance team played a key role in the Bridge of Peace Festival. It was as if through their beautiful songs and dances, historical scars began to heal, opening a way for harmony and peace. At the festival, held over 3 different venues, participants responded to the children's sincere hearts and thanked them for the comfort they received from them. In DR Congo, FFWPU held a 7-day Hyojung workshop to create Heavenly Youth for Heavenly Africa. Around 300 young people gathered centered on True Parents, listened to Regional Group Chair Bakari Kamara's lectures, engaged in discussions, and through various other lectures, sought to discover their origins from the viewpoint of the principle. Having awakened to the importance of this new era, around 200 young adults or students decided to live a public life. Through the grace of the workshop, a bright light is shining on the future of Heavenly Africa. In order to prepare adolescents to play key roles in the age of unification, the Chungbuk branch of WFWP Heavenly Korea conducted Dream of Unification seminars. Through special lectures, 70 Songhua students learned about the history and vision of the movement to reunite Korea and gained a deeper understanding of North Korea. They visited the War Memorial and went on a holy ground pilgrimage to realize the importance of peace and unification on the Korean Peninsula. In Taiwan, around 1,600 people, including central leaders and other members, participated in the Hyojung Chungpyeong Taiwan Special Works. The participants testified that they felt as if they were in H.J. Chunwon through all the grace and blessings they received. The participants also learned more about their mission as Heavenly Tribal Messiahs who have received Heaven's blessings through Regional Group Chair Young Chung-shik's lectures. The victory celebration that followed began with a performance by Songhua students. Members expressed their gratitude and praise to True Parents and pledged to strive for restoration of the Greater China region with hearts of Hyojung. FFWPU Heavenly Korea held a special prayer meeting at Chonghae Garden in Yosu and Ocean Cheonjeongung on Komun Island. At the holy grounds where True Parents proclaimed the opening of the era after the coming of heaven and completed the Ocean Providence, the central leaders of FFWPU Heavenly Korea sought to inherit the heart of Hyojung and made the firm determination to achieve national restoration. Hyojung Holy Ground pilgrimages on the sub-regional level and the Hyojung Cheongpyeong special gatherings on the district level continue across Korea as members work to return to their roots and be reborn through the spirit and the truth. FFWPU Heavenly Japan celebrated the 77th anniversary of Illim Jol, the day of True Father's first visit to Japan, and dedicated the North Tokyo Youth Center. Legislators from the prefecture praised the Family Federation's youth education and encouraged the young people. Family Federation President Tokuno Eiji also encouraged the 300 youth who have inherited True Parents' missionary spirit. The young people gathered their resolve as they worked to witness to other young people in order to fulfill the goal of inviting True Parents to Japan. True Parents embraced enemies who threatened their lives with true love. With the warmth of that love and the light of Hyojung, a new era and new world are being brought about. Let us become blessed, central families who can expand the realm of goodness in heaven and on earth by inheriting True Parents' true love and the traditions of Hyojung. Thank you for joining us. God bless you and have a great week.